How to know what type of business to start. Now, this is a coaching video that I've been requested to do by a number of students who are looking to start their first business or looking to start another business if they've already got one. But for most guys who are asking me to do this coaching video, it's because they're currently working in a job that either they like or don't really care for, and they're looking to supplement their income, if not completely replace their income, so that they no longer have to show up to work ever again. And I'm somebody who's accomplished that. I've built a number of successful businesses throughout my entrepreneurial career, and I have not had to go back to a normal corporate job for over a decade now. You know, I've got a successful business right now teaching dating advice to men and self-improvement, and it has replaced my corporate income and then some. And the thing is, when you are looking to start your own business, if this is your first time doing so, you really want to gravitate towards things that you know best. So if you are going to start a business, you want to build a business around something like a hobby or a passion of yours that you are already talented at. Just by doing this alone, you will save yourself years and years of headache and tens of thousands of dollars starting businesses that you have no business starting or launching. Okay, when I first started my first few internet businesses, I saw a lot of people making money with SEO, which stands for search engine optimization. So I thought to myself, well, that's all I got to do is start an SEO company and I'll be a multimillionaire overnight, because this was really taking off back in the late 2000s. And I saw guys like Alex Becker doing well, and I'm like, oh, I'm going to be like Alex Becker, you know, and I proceeded to start an SEO company, and I proceeded to lose tens of thousands of dollars because I really had no interest in it. I had no passion for SEO outside of plugging my own work. And I really wasn't aware of the landscape of what it took to get clients and what it took to keep clients, right? So I didn't do very well there. And then I started, you know, several other internet businesses as well that I saw had a lot of financial upside, but I had no passion for, I had no talent, I had no business in trying to pursue. Okay, and it got to the point where I literally lost everything I had made in the corporate world, right? As you guys know, I worked for a Fortune 100 company. I was making a six-figure income, and I was doing quite well for myself, and I left that company to start my own business. And I was thinking, okay, I'm so successful at this Fortune 100 company, I could easily start my own business. It doesn't look that hard. Let me put it this way. It's hard and it's easy. Okay, it's hard when you're doing the wrong thing. It's easy when you're doing the right thing. And what I mean by that is, whenever I tried to chase after the money, and you will find this too, you try to chase after the money and you get involved in businesses you have no business being involved in, that is when you go poor. That is when you go broke. But when you actually build a business around something that you are passionate about, something that is a lifelong hobby of yours, something that you have tremendous, I mean tremendous knowledge about, that you could talk endlessly for days about, that is when you will find success. Okay, that is when you will find success. Will it be overnight? Sometimes it is, sometimes it isn't. You know, so a lot of entrepreneurs and people like to tell you, like, there's no such thing as overnight success. Well, yes and no. I mean, there are people who built businesses that became overnight successes. You know, what can I say? From my experience, what happened to me was I was trying to start all these other types of internet businesses that didn't go anywhere because I was starting things that I had no passion for. I mean, at the end of the day, I was pretty bored with these businesses too. I was like, oh, just work so I could free myself, because I read this book called The 4-Hour Workweek, which I recommend you read as well. It's by Tim Ferriss. I've met Tim Ferriss. I know Tim Ferriss. Super cool guy. I really believe he stands by what he says, and I learned a lot from him and from that book alone. So That's a book you definitely want to add to your reading list. I believe you can find the audiobook actually here on YouTube. Just type in 4-Hour Workweek audiobook, and I mean, there are a number of people who've uploaded it, but you want to start there. You want to get a copy of the 4-Hour Workweek just because you want to retrain your brain into stop thinking like an employee and to start thinking like an entrepreneur. Okay, and that's a big shift that you'll need to have when you start your own business. Okay, you'll need to stop thinking like an employee and start thinking like an entrepreneur, start thinking like a marketer, because as you know, the best products in the world are not actually the best products, they're just the best marketed products. Okay, so whatever business that you end up starting, just realize that you will save yourself tens of thousands of dollars, years and years of headache and frustration if you just start a business that you are already very knowledgeable about. And for me, that was pickup artistry. I had been picking up girls since the 90s. I knew women like the back of my hand. I knew exactly what to say to them, exactly what to do in every social situation, to where I could proficiently pick up 7 out of 10 women that I approach. Okay, 7 out of 10 women, which is an insane closing ratio. I've heard guys brag about a 1 out of 10 closing ratio. I mean, literally, my closing ratio was anywhere, I mean, just to be fair, anywhere from 5 to 7. Okay, 5 to 7 girls out of 10 that I approach, I will close. I will date these girls. I will have sex with them. That is insane. And because I was so knowledgeable about this topic, and I was so passionate about it, I still am very passionate about it, and it had been a lifelong hobby of mine, what I decided to do was, I said, okay, in the meantime, to supplement my income, because I was going broke, I'm going to start teaching game. I'm going to start teaching pickup so I could just bring in some money to fuel my business ideas. And lo and behold, that became the main business, teaching guys pickup and dating advice, to the point where nowadays my channel is exploding. I'm one of the top 25 pickup artists in the world. I'd like to say I'm probably in the top 10. That's my own ego, by the way, because I feel like I can run circles around a lot of these top guys, especially out here in LA where I live now. A lot of these top pickup companies are based out of LA. I feel like I can run circles around these guys. But this is the business that exploded. This is the business that literally from the start, immediately once I started this pickup business, I felt good about. I remember uploading my very first videos to YouTube, and within probably not even a few weeks, I had tens of thousands of views. I had already crossed like a few thousand subscribers within the first month. Okay, so that automatically told me I'm in the right place. I need to focus on this. Okay, and even with the pickup business, I've made mistakes. I abandoned certain ideas that I shouldn't have abandoned. Okay, that I've now come back to. But at the end of the day, it fit the mold of the type of business that I was looking to create. You know, based on what I learned from the 4-Hour Workweek and other mentors, I wanted to create a business that did not turn me into an old man where all I was doing was working 24/7 and my cortisol levels went through the roof and my stress levels were just insane. I did not want a business like that that was going to give me gray hair and that was going to ruin my health. I wanted a business that was fun, that allowed me free time to spend with my family, that allowed me free time to do things that I wanted to do, to go on vacations. I wanted a business that was location independent, where I didn't have to be anywhere in particular. I could live anywhere in the world that I wanted to. I could do game from anywhere in the world I wanted to. I could work from anywhere in the world I wanted to with a simple laptop connection. And that is the type of business that you will want to start as well. A business where, you know, it's not like the old days where you have to like lease office space and you have to like hire people. You don't want to build a business like that, okay? You want to build a business that is location independent, first of all, that can be ran from your laptop, which is very easy to do, where all your employees are managed virtually, like mine are. A lot of my employees are managed virtually. I started with a site called, used to be called Odesk, now it's called Upwork. You can find tons of employees on Upwork and who are willing to work for you for, you know, as little as $3 or $4 an hour. And I've since moved on. I've since hired people from other sites that are just, working directly for me and nobody else. But you will want to start with Upwork if you need to hire employees. But initially, obviously, you want to do all the work yourself. You want to handle customer service. You want to handle product delivery, product creation all by yourself, so you can really understand how your business is ran. That way you can train somebody else, right? You can train somebody else to do your business. So you don't want to automatically go right to the outsourcing and make somebody else do all the heavy lifting. You need to do all the heavy lifting in the beginning to really learn how your business operates, to really learn the ins and outs of what will make your business successful. Okay? But ideally, you want your business to be location independent. Okay? If you're looking to build like a hamburger restaurant or something like that, this is probably not the coaching video for you, because I am all about virtual businesses. I like virtual businesses. I like businesses that can be ran with a simple Wi-Fi connection. I don't like businesses that tie you down to where you have to live in a certain town or a certain city or a certain area. I don't believe you need to do that these days, unless, again, you're opening like a brick and mortar business, restaurant, car wash, body shop, something like that. Then yeah, you're gonna have to get a building, lease a building, and hire employees and, do the whole chagrin. But personally, I like starting businesses that can be ran from anywhere in the world from a laptop. That's what I prefer. The only times that I need to be somewhere physically is when I'm taking out a private coaching student, when I'm running a private boot camp where I am taking guys out to pick up girls. That is really the only time that I need to physically be there. Okay, and which is why it's so expensive to hire me, because a lot of guys are like, hey man, why is it like $3,000 to take one of your boot camps? Why is it like $6,000 to hire you, privately, just me and you? It's like, because my time is money, and that is pretty much the market rate for hiring, an experienced pickup coach to teach you, to take you out for an entire weekend. I mean, I'm not like trying to gouge anybody, but that's basically the market rate. But not only that, but that is what my time is worth, because I could easily just sit in my studio or sit in my car and bang out coaching videos all weekend that will easily produce a lot more than that $6,000 that one student would have paid me for that weekend. Now, before you even start thinking about your business and the type of business you want to create, you have to identify what your values are. When I say values, I'm not talking about your business values, but I'm talking about your own personal values. Like, what type of lifestyle do you want to live? How much free time do you require? What do you need in order to feel happy? Okay, you have to ask yourself these questions. For me, again, I read the 4-Hour Workweek, and for me, I really wanted freedom of location. I wanted my schedule to be my own. I wanted free time to do the things I wanted to do. And at the same time, I wanted a business that I actually enjoyed and I wasn't bored with and I didn't dread, like showing up to a 9-to-5 job. I wanted a business that I could feel happy about and feel fulfilled, and obviously like teaching guys pick up and helping them improve their dating lives. I've had a number of students meet their wives and have families and kids all because of my teachings. It's crazy. I get thank you emails from guys all around the world, thousands of them all the time. And I mean, nothing could be more fulfilling than that. Moreover, I don't have to live in any particular city or state or country if I don't want to. I could live wherever I want. Right now, I'm visiting family in San Francisco. My grandmother, she has Alzheimer's right now. I'm able to hang out here as long as I want to. Okay, I don't have to get back after the weekend because, oh yeah, we got this big project at work or anything like that. No, I can work from my laptop. And I have a product launch actually this Tuesday, and I'm able to work from my laptop. I don't need to go back to LA right now. I can stay here. I can spend time with my family. I can enjoy being back home again. I'm in no rush to get back, okay? Because I don't need to be there. I have friends here who are like, hey man, while you're in town, let's let's go down to Lake Tahoe together for a few days. I'm like, yeah, we could totally do that. You know, I mean, I can do those things. I don't have to think twice. I don't have to call like my boss and beg for time off, or, you know, take paid time off or do any of that. I could just get up and go. You know, I just tell my friends, like, okay, at some point I need to work, I need to check emails, and, you know, I need to respond to coaching clients and whatnot. But other than that, I'm free to go when I want. And that is exactly the type of lifestyle that I wanted for myself. I didn't want to be pegged down to a schedule where I have to be somewhere at a certain time. You know, again, unless I'm taking out private coaching clients, which is not cheap to get me out, right? So you have to identify, when it comes to building your own business, what are your core values, what do you need fulfilled in your life? Okay, because if you want to build the next Facebook or the next Google, and you want to have like 1,000 employee company, guess what? You probably are not going to be having much free time to yourself unless you're just phenomenal at outsourcing, unless you become a master outsourcer. But if it's your first business, you know, I wouldn't recommend doing that. I would recommend just starting something that can bring you income, maybe either a side income or completely replace your income to where you could leave your job safely. You won't have to worry about money. And you'll also have free time, because it's very important to have free time. I mean, I'm not in my 20s anymore. I do not want to spend my life working. And even when I was in my 20s, I didn't do that. I'm glad I kind of like screwed off in my 20s and didn't take any of my jobs seriously. I was constantly getting fired from jobs. You know, at one point I was selling women's shoes at Macy's. I learned a lot about women too, selling women's shoes at Macy's at Union Square in downtown San Francisco. I got fired from that job just because I never took any of these jobs serious. I even worked for Emporium Capwell, for you guys who remember Emporium. I worked there. Got fired from all these jobs just because I didn't take them seriously. If I had better plans, I would go do them. You know, one of the jobs that I had, I got fired because I didn't show up on New Year's Eve because I wanted to hang out with my girlfriend and spend New Year's Eve with her, and I got fired. You know, I didn't care. I just didn't care, and I don't regret any of those decisions either, because free time is just valuable. It's priceless. It's irreplaceable. So if you're going to build a business, make sure that it fits in with whatever your core values are as a person and whatever lifestyle you are trying to build for yourself. You know, and when I say core values too, I just want to give you another example. Say you care about animals, right? You don't eat meat. I understand that. Like, you say you're a vegan, vegetarian. Those are your core values. You don't like seeing animals slaughtered. Build a business around that. Build a business somehow where you can profit from that, bring value to your customers, and still feel good about yourself, right? And still feel fulfilled. Don't just build a business because you can make a ton of money. Even with the pickup stuff, the reason why this business became successful is because I just wanted to go out and pick up girls, and I wanted to take out other guys and do the same and just make a little money on the side. It became successful because I have a natural talent for this stuff. It is a lifelong hobby of mine. I genuinely enjoy it, and I'm able to teach it to other guys. But most of all, it has to be a business that allows you free time, because you don't want a business that's going to stress you out. You don't want a business that is going to give you gray hairs or jack up your cortisol levels. You want a business that is going to be fairly easy to run, because you're going to have problems no matter what, right? That is going to be something that you can profit from, because I get a lot of people like, oh, I want to start this type of business, but how on earth would I profit from this? Nobody's going to pay for this. Yeah, they will. You know, you just have to find a way to bring enough value to the table where people will pay for it. But whatever business you start, you always want to look at the ROI, which stands for return on investment. Okay, the return on investment has to be worth your time. Okay, it can't be a business where you're making $1 million a year with your Shopify dropship store. You're making $1 million in revenue, but you're only profiting $10,000 from that. Okay, it can't be something like that. It's not worth it. And I've heard so many people with businesses, oh, we're doing $1 million in revenue. How much did you make last year? I made like 12,000. Right? You don't want a business like that. You want a business that brings in enough revenue so that it's worth your ROI. It's worth your return on investment. Make sure it's a business that you already have an immense amount of knowledge about something that you're passionate about, something that you could talk endlessly about, that you could teach others, educate others. Okay, whether you're selling a product, a service, you're selling coaching, mentorship, make sure it's something that you are well versed in, well knowledgeable about, and something that you can potentially become the best in the world at. Okay, because when you have those things in order, believe me, people will follow you. People will subscribe to your channel. Okay, people will look at you as the guru. Okay, you have to prove yourself though. Okay, you have to prove yourself. When I take out students, the first thing I do is I tell them, hey, you tell me which girl you want me to approach, I will go approach her. I will be making out with that girl within 60 seconds flat. Tell me which girl. Okay, and I prove myself. If they're paying this money, I'm gonna prove myself. The first thing I'm gonna do is prove to them that I am who I say I am. Okay, and you need to do the same when you start a business, especially if it revolves around your talents. You gotta show these people why you're the best, why they should listen to you, and why they should buy your product. Right? So I'm gonna wrap up here. This is Matt Cross. Don't forget to smash that like button below. Also hit that notification bell up top so that you are notified whenever I release a brand new coaching video. And more importantly, guys, make sure you subscribe to my channel. It's very, very important you guys subscribe to my channel. It tells YouTube that you are digging my content, you're feeling it, and you want me to produce more of it. So make sure you subscribe to my channel, please. And for you guys who want to support my work and support my content and everything I'm teaching you guys even further, the best way to do that is by becoming a premium member of my premium Alpha Male Secrets content channel, which I am hosting on a private platform away from YouTube. And the reason why I am doing that is because I no longer trust YouTube to not suddenly demonetize all of my coaching videos or suddenly deplatform me just because they don't like any of my content and all of this red pill knowledge that I've been sharing with you guys lately. So I am hosting my premium content channel on a separate platform, private platform away from YouTube. And if you want to become a premium subscriber of that channel, it's only $1 for the first month, the entire first month of coaching lessons. So just $1, and all you need to do is click that link below in my description box. It will take you over to my website where you could get signed up right now. It just takes 2 seconds. So do that now, and I will see you in my next coaching video.